The 2026 Harley-Davidson Road King just dropped. And honestly, this might be the most confusing Harley release in years, because at first glance, it looks exactly the same. Same classic silhouette, same massive front end, same old-school touring vibe. But look closer, and things start getting interesting. Harley didn't just refresh the Road King, they quietly re-engineered it. More torque, smarter tech, smoother ride, and one change that longtime Harley riders might absolutely hate. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's talk about the design, because the 2026 Road King still looks like it rode straight out of a vintage American highway dream. Big chrome front forks, massive windshield, wide handlebars, and those signature hard saddlebags. This bike doesn't scream for attention, it commands it. And here's the funny part. Park this next to a 10-year-old Road King and most people won't even notice the difference. But the moment you twist the throttle, completely different story. Under the tank, Harley-Davidson upgraded the 2026 Road King with a refined Milwaukee 8, tuned for more low-end torque and smoother highway cruising. And yes, that means less vibration, which might make hardcore Harley purists slightly uncomfortable. Because, let's be honest, some riders actually like their bike shaking like a washing machine on spin cycle. But for long-distance touring, this smoother delivery makes a massive difference. You get stronger pull off the line, effortless highway passing, and a more relaxed ride at higher speeds. It's not trying to be a sport bike, it's trying to dominate highways, and it does that very well. Now here's something interesting. Harley didn't increase horsepower dramatically. Instead, they focused on usable power. That means you feel the torque immediately, not just on paper. Roll on the throttle and the Road King moves with authority, not aggression. It's like a heavyweight boxer, calm, quiet, but terrifyingly powerful when needed. And speaking of calm, let's talk about the ride comfort. Because this is where the 2026 Road King quietly becomes one of the best touring bikes in its class. Harley updated the rear suspension for better damping, which means bumps feel less harsh. Highway expansion joints, much smoother. Long rides, less fatigue. And combined with the upright riding position, this bike is built for serious miles. But here's a question. Would you ride this across states or just cruise around town pretending you're in a road trip movie? Either way, the seat is plush, the ergonomics are relaxed, and the wide handlebars give you full control. This isn't a bike you fight, it's a bike you settle into. Now let's address something that might surprise you, the tech. Because historically, the Road King has been the no-frills Harley. No big screen, no overload of electronics, just engine, wheels, and freedom. But the 2026 model adds subtle modern upgrades, improved rider aids, refined traction control, better braking feel, and updated instrumentation. Still minimal, but smarter. It's like Harley is slowly modernizing the Road King without scaring traditional riders. And honestly, that's a very smart move. Now let's talk weight, because yes, this thing is still heavy, no surprise there. But Harley worked on balance and low-speed handling, and you can actually feel it. Once moving, the Road King feels planted, stable, and surprisingly manageable. At parking lot speeds, you'll still respect the weight. Ignore it, and you'll be doing an unplanned leg workout. But out on the open road, this bike shines. Stable in crosswinds, confident in long sweepers, and extremely comfortable at cruising speeds. This is where the Road King feels at home. And here's the thing, this bike isn't trying to compete with aggressive baggers. It's not trying to be flashy, it's not trying to be fast. It's trying to be timeless. And in 2026, that's actually rare. But now comes the real question, is it worth it? Because Harley-Davidson bikes aren't exactly budget-friendly. The 2026 Road King sits in premium territory, and at that price, expectations are high. But what you're paying for isn't just performance, it's character, presence, and long-distance comfort. This isn't a bike you buy for numbers, you buy it for the experience. You buy it for those slow highway rides, you buy it for the sound, you buy it for that classic American cruiser feel. And the 2026 model refines all of that without losing its identity. But here's the cliffhanger.
this might not even be the best touring Harley of 2026, because Harley also updated another touring model that completely changes the game: lighter, faster, and packed with more tech. And depending on your riding style, it might actually be the smarter choice. So if you're deciding between the 2026 Road King and something more modern, you need to see that comparison before making a decision. Tap the video on your screen right now to watch the next review and see which Harley actually deserves your money.